Tonight's special contains some sensitive materials that may not be suitable for some children. Marcus Williams, the 21-year-old man who was shot multiple times by a police officer just a few steps from his front door and survived to testify, will be joining us tonight in his first interview since the shooting. In this exclusive interview, Marcus will explain his side of the story of this horrific night and tell about his current life battles. It is so nice to have you on the show, Marcus.
Thank you.
So let's get right to it. Marcus, I think all of America would like to know, how are you?
Ms. Fuller, I'm fine. I'm fine. I'm a little hurt, but I'm making it. I'm managing.
I can only imagine the pain that you've been through. Must be difficult trying to regain movement in your arms and legs. How is your rehab going?
The doctors have been telling me my rehab is going great. I feel good. It's just I've been dealing with a little like aches and sores every once in a while from the fragments, but I'm pretty good.
Tell us exactly what happened that night, or at least as much as you can remember.
Well, it's much of a blur to me, but from what I'm hearing, the story was from my neighbors. I got to my house, and as I approached my steps, the officer, he pulled up beside of me and asked me to put my hands up. I told him, I live here. I told him multiple times, but from what I heard, only thing I really saw was flashes after that. It really was a blur after that, so.
That's crazy that you can't remember anything.
Anything.
When you woke up from your coma after a few weeks, what was the first thing crossing your mind?
The first thing actually crossing my mind really was what really happened. What happened for me to get shot multiple times and actually like live from off this. Like I wanted to know the full output of the story.
Wow. You still don't know?
I'm getting stories from here and there, from hearing the report to actually hearing what neighbors actually told me. But it's like a blur to me. It's killing me inside not to know.
Many people accuse you of being a gang member or a thug because of your past history with the law. What do you have to say to those people?
I would have to say you don't know me, so you can't possibly judge me. That's the only what people say. This is rumors. I actually went to college, and I take care of my family, so how can I have time to be a gang member and handle college? If you know, gang members live that lifestyle. I don't live that type of lifestyle to deal with my family in college and a gang member at the same time. That's too much for me. So how could I be that?
The police officer, Sergeant Frank Dixon, what do you have to say to him, if anything?
Nothing. I wouldn't be able to see nothing to him. As a man, it was like a pride thing I felt with him, for him to just, in front of, like, my kids could have been watching. Like, I could have, like, that could be nightmares for them every day seeing their father get shot. So for me as a man to say nothing, I just want justice. I feel justice is needed. I need justice for myself and for like others who deal with the same racial problem.
Justice is definitely needed. Oscar Grant, Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, Jordan Davis, and countless others have had this exact event occur, but survived. How?
I guess God had a way for me. I feel like I'm blessed. For me, thinking about Trayvon Martin and Mike Brown, yeah, strong black men right there, kids at that. But for me, I feel like God has had his hand on my shoulder saying, not yet, not yet.
Wow. Do you feel as though your situation will finally suppress the racial discrimination in America?
Hopefully. Honestly, I do. Because I feel like this has been going on for too long. This is like, we done dealt with problems from past racial problems. Like it's been going on from Rodney King to now present day problems with Trayvon Martin. Like nowadays, you just can't even wear a hood at night now. That's to cover your head. So it's a lot. I think we should. I think this is a beginning. Actually, this is actually a beginning of a push to civil rights movements.
So you do think something can be done about this?
I believe so. I believe so.
Okay. Did you ever think that this would happen to you?
I can honestly lie to you and say no. But coming where I come from, yeah. Just not from a police officer. Not from a police officer, because I feel like this is their duty to protect me. But from living in this generation, it seemed like it's like the guns are aimed towards us, even if we're honest men. Even if we go to school, even if we try our best to do right, it still feel like we get looked at as basically the bad person. Come on, like it's just I just feel we should be able to get past this.
I agree completely. What are some of your goals when you're able to walk again?
That's to take my daughter to prom, be able to drive her to prom, or that's for her wedding, like be able to dance with her. Just to be able to move, actually play basketball with my son. That's something a normal father would do. Like it's like who wouldn't want that with their child? So that's kind of where I'm just thinking about my kids right now. Like everything else is really behind me. Even with the officer, like some people probably say he might get his legs, but he might want to actually go at the guy. Honestly, no, I'm really blessed right now. I look at every day as a blessing. So I just feel like I'm just going stronger, my rehab, get my legs back together, and I'm gonna take care of my family.
That's all that matters.
All that matters.
Is life different for you now?
I mean, in the media world, yeah, because now I have a Twitter too. That's to get out to people that we need to do better, especially in the black communities. We keep bashing the police and about the brutality, but in Philadelphia, it's just the shootings going on every day. So how can we talk about the cops killing us if we're killing our own kind? That doesn't make sense. So I mean, I think I'm looked at more as a figurehead out in the public now. So I try to have a good state of mind, a good character. I try to be more of a positive trendsetter than a negative, my pants sagging low. I try to be more just more respectable.
Is the toughest adjustment what is the toughest adjustment during your everyday life?
I will say put my pants on, but actually, I don't really have anything because, like I said, it's a blessing. Trayvon Martin, Mike Brown, and I can go on. They're not here to tell their story. I am, and I believe that I'm just happy to be here. I believe that if it wasn't for the grace of God, I wouldn't be able to see my kids or my mother. My mother, she was shocked, but yeah, I made it.
That's a miracle, really. Is there anything that you need to express to the nation?
If I had anything to say to express to them, would be we need to unify ourselves much stronger than how we are now. Because if we don't stand up against this together, sooner or later, I mean, it's just gonna happen again. It's just gonna keep on repeating over and over again. So I feel that we need to really, like I said, unify ourselves, become stronger, and let's get through this rough time.
Completely agree. Well, thank you, Marcus, for your time, and we wish you the best in your development going forward. From director Shakithia Keel and producer William Goshay, I'm Amanda Fuller. Good night, America.